Big news in the middle of the week. By the way, welcome back. We're getting used to this transition, but big news in the middle of the week. Stefon Diggs was traded to the Houston Texans. Now we know he wanted out of Buffalo. We knew that, but the Texans is a huge match because now you give CJ Stroud, who was phenomenal last year. How phenomenal? We'll get to that in a little bit. But you give CJ Stroud, you give him Stefon Diggs, you give him Nico Collins, who had 1,200 yards last year, and then you give him Tank Dell, who was a rookie. He had about 700 yards last year, but he was a rookie. So you just have an amazing offense right there, and the defense is improved. You get Danielle Hunter from the Vikings. You've got Will Anderson Jr., who was a rookie last year as well. You bring in Joe Mixon, who's been decent, but he was really good towards the beginning of his career. A lot of potential there. You've got a core. And how good CJ Stroud is, I do want to touch on that, but I'm gonna give Jake initial thoughts. What you think about Diggs to the Texans?
Yeah, I think that, it's obviously a huge move for everyone involved, on the Houston side. On the Buffalo side, I'm not so sure. But on the Houston side, you get, CJ Stroud, who was phenomenal last year. You get him another weapon. Hopefully try and make a deeper playoff run. As for the Buffalo Bills, though, Buffalo Bills, I think the Buffalo Bills are entering a rebuild. I think that they have no wide receiver core at this point. I think Josh Allen is, might be the only good player they have on offense anyway.
So the
You
Bills,
still
it's
got
going to be
James Cook,
tough
I
for
know
them
that.
to, yeah, to rebuild. You would have to start from the ground up. So that I think you're talking more about a retool, which is more common in the NFL. Rebuild's more of an MLB type term, but you have Josh Allen and he's not going anywhere. So it's not really a rebuild, but you make some good points though, because the cap situation is tight for Buffalo. You lose Stefon Diggs. Who the heck is he going to throw the ball to now? I think they lost Gabe Davis too. So it's just going to be a bunch of young guys now. And but back to Houston though, CJ Stroud, he had 4,100 yards last year. He had 23 touchdown passes to 5 picks. Now 23 touchdown passes actually isn't a lot. It's not. And I know he didn't start the whole year too, so you got to keep that in mind. But I think about CJ Stroud, he played phenomenal. He's got a no question great arm. That there's no question that. But when is he going to make the huge play? Versus Cleveland in the playoffs, it was the defense picking Flacco off back-to-back times. He missed a throw in that game too, CJ Stroud. Versus the Ravens, he was MIA. He was missing. Yes, the Ravens were really good, but he was missing in action. Versus the Jets, even later in the season, yes, I think he was playing that hurt. He threw like 60 yards in the entire game. So CJ Stroud has a phenomenal arm, but the people who are comparing him to Patrick Mahomes, we might just want to pump the brakes just a tiny bit.
Just a
That's why
little bit.
let's see this year. But he's a top 10 quarterback. I will give you that. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely made a couple. He made a couple long throws to Nico Collins that was shocking, I believe 75-yard touchdown passes. So that was really fun to see. And with his new addition, Stefon Diggs, that'd be fun to watch. We'll see what the Houston Texans go do this year.